respected now, not only in the region, but in the entire Africa, and even the whole world, saying they are looking upon Kenya for leadership and also for independent institutions, especially the institution of the judiciary. This is not because of my power, this is not because of my might, this is because of the faithful God that we serve. Being respected now, not only in the region, but in the entire Africa, and even the whole world, saying they are looking upon Kenya for leadership and also for independent institutions, especially the institution of the judiciary. This is not because of my power, this is not because of my might, this is because of the faithful God that we serve.
We judge every judicial officers to know what we need, what interventions we need to put in place to continuously decongest our prisons. We are also very keen on leadership and governance by establishing an accountable and transparent judiciary that can deliver high quality justice. We have already made performance measurements a key tool for ensuring that all judges, judicial officers, and judiciary staff can account for their time at work. We have managed to succeed in doing this, which we have done in the last 5 cycles, and now it is customary for every judge, judicial officer, or judicial staff to always fill in a form every day to say what it is that they have done. You have been at work between 8 and 5. What have you done? How many witnesses have you had? How many rulings have you delivered? How are you dealing with the backlog? And in that form, it indicates the cases that are pending and the cases that are being filed. So going into the future, we seek support in strengthening this system by getting some technical capacity on data management and on monitoring and evaluation. To ensure we tackle concerns around corruption and unethical conduct, we have established the Office of the Judiciary Ombudsperson within my office. We are keen on enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness by developing an online reporting system that will enable easy reporting and feedback to complaints. We are also keen on developing the judiciary's anti-corruption strategy that will guide our preventive approaches to combating the prevalence of corruption and unethical practices within the institution. We hope to build public confidence and legitimacy in the judiciary, which is pegged basically on dissemination of information and public engagement. To this end, we will be keen on strengthening our information and public relations by setting up a judiciary press studio, customer care, call centers, and conducting periodic people-centered justice service. I will also talk about electoral justice. We all know the stability of any nation and the resilience of any democracy, and indeed, the fate of the success of any country will largely be determined by having the faith in the courts to competently and fairly determine disputes that arise from the electoral processes. It is in this context that we are determined to continue enhancing our capacity and effectiveness in electoral disputes adjudication. I'm grateful for your support, our partners, who supported and held us together when we prepared the processes ahead of the 2022 general elections. Given that our electoral preparations adopt cycles approach, we are soon embarking on the preparations for the 2027. This requires support to the Judiciary Committee on Elections to conduct a debrief workshops for the courts on the 2022 elections so that we can learn from the lessons of the 2022 cycle and even 2017. And also look at the legislation and other regulatory frameworks that is required to be enacted to strengthen the whole electoral regime. We hope to avoid the last minute amendments of the law that was the case of 2022. And we are trying to see how those laws can be tightened also to avoid last minute invocation of the courts, which led to orders being issued very close to the elections. We also need to support the Judiciary Committee on Elections to pursue legal and regulatory reforms well ahead of the next cycle's elections. The other big event we are working on now is our strategic plan, because our current strategic plan comes to an end this year. We are looking at how we make the stage blueprint into a 10-year development plan. We are working towards transforming the stage vision into a strategic blueprint that will guide the judiciary for the next 10 years. For this, we will need partners and support towards this work that includes undertaking a comprehensive justice needs survey and a robust internal and external stakeholder engagement across all the courts. We are working with the Hague Institute of Innovation in Law, who have done some exceptional people-centered justice work across Africa and the world. I urge you to continue supporting the judiciary directly through this institute to ensure that our blueprint inspires the entire justice sector to adopt a people-centered programming approach. We are investing in data and evidence to support decision-making, negotiating for additional resources also from the national government, cultivating the potential political goodwill that is necessary to support policy and law reform, and also to deepen our partnership with friends and allies